welcome back to my channel. Today we are getting into some fall festivities, okay? I need this house to be cozy, cuddly, warm, giving pumpkin spice latte every single day because why is it raining outside? I woke up this morning and it was storming. So I was like, I actually planned this on the perfect day. We are going to cozy up this house together. I have a ton of boxes already here. I did one corner of the house like a month ago and then I quit and gave up. So we're going to finish the house today. Talk about pumpkins. So cute. A little pumpkin candle. Oh my God. So now that we've unwrapped a ton of stuff over on the table, I want to show you guys the little corner that I said that I got done. This is where I always start any decorating in my house when it comes to any season. It's the dry bar. It's called the dry bar because there's no sink. I low-key wish I kind of want to put a sink in here, but I have a sink right around the corner, so I can't be too mad at it. But I like to start here because I feel like the shelving in this area is really the focal point of my entire living room. So I like to just honestly load as much decor as I can onto these shelves. And I started, and then I got kind of discouraged because I realized I didn't have the photos printed that I wanted for my photo frames. And then I just quit altogether and life got really busy, and you guys saw that I traveled. It was like bus club, another club, no sleep. And now we're back to finish it off. So I printed some photos. I'm gonna add that in here. And then I got a few other things for the dry bar as far as like the coffee area that I wanna add to as well. Turning out really cute. I wanted to tell you guys some of my favorite places that I shop though, because I kind of have like a collection of things from kind of all over. Obviously you guys know Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Hobby Lobby. I feel like those are the places you're gonna go and find things that are unique that you're not gonna find at like a Target or a Costco or a Walmart. You're gonna find your unique pieces at those places. Otherwise, if you're shopping at those mainstream places, your stuff's gonna look like everybody else's stuff. So I like to do a mix of everything. And because my house is kind of like a neutral palette, for me, it's nice to bring in neutral tones, like burnt oranges, browns, but also like, I don't like spooky fall. I'm like a neutral girly fall. Like I want it to feel warm and cozy and like comfy in here. Like you want a little hot chocolate in your hand, you want to have a little pastry, maybe a pumpkin muffin, you want to watch a cute little movie, not something spooky, not a slasher, okay? That's not what we're going for. If my kids want to do that in the future though, okay, I will get into it at that point, but for me, we're keeping it light and cute when it comes to fall. So I'm really excited with how everything is turning out so far. We still need to do like the bathroom, powder room, and the entryway table, but for the living room and the kitchen, it's a vibe. Let's go. So here is the entryway table. This is the first focal point when you come into my house because the door is literally here, and it basically, this is what you're gonna pass when you go into the living room. So I wanted to add some elements to it that were fall, again, keeping it very neutral, keeping it very cutesy, nothing too much, very demure. You get the whole thing. But I feel like this was enough. This is actually my first time ever decorating this area for fall. I don't think I had this table or anything here last fall. So this is exciting. I love this piece. I got this from West Elm, I believe. I'll link it for you guys. It also comes in a coffee table, which I bought from my parents' apartment. But I love this piece. I think I waited 10 weeks for this one. That's how much I loved it. And we have the two ottomans down here. So if you want to take off your shoes or anything like that, I love that these are here for guests too as well, because they can put their stuff in the mudroom. But this is just a kind of place to like stop, check yourself before you leave for the day. I did some potpourri in here. Nice cute little candle. I kept my books that I typically have here. Switched out my flowers for some pumpkins and dried leaves. And then I put my favorite little pumpkin, Mackenzie Child. I have now, I think, maybe 10 pieces from her stuff. She has a fall line. It's neutral, if you're into the neutrals. She has all kinds of stuff in this pattern. So definitely go check it out. I'll link my favorites. But I have a whole bunch of stuff in this specific pattern and I'm obsessed. And I can still use the stuff that I have from her even when it's not fall, because it just goes with my house. So I think I love the way this turned out. And then I just kept a little dish, because typically we'll put our car keys or whatever else we have in this dish before we basically do anything else in the house. We just drop the keys here. I feel like everyone has like a keys dish or a wallet dish on their entryway table. So this is how it turned out. I love it. And then for the bathroom, I think the only thing that I'm like bothered that I didn't think about was a floor mat. I didn't do too much in the bathroom again, but I wanted to still give a sense of the rest of the house, right? Because the main areas in the house are always going to be the kitchen, the living room, this entry hallway, the powder room, and then the last place is the dining room, but I'm not doing that today. So you're gonna have to come back for that. But yeah, that was the only thing that I think that I'm missing from the powder bathroom. Other than that, it's cute too. I like it. All right, guys, that wraps up the fall festivities for today. I feel like we did a good amount. I did the main areas that I wanted to do. The only main area that I'm like, all right, to get this done is the dining room. I like to sometimes work from my dining room table, so doing a huge setup with dishware and all of that sometimes just doesn't make sense. But I do want to do something down, like a runner, maybe some pumpkins, some candles, some type of vibe. So I kind of need to think on that and prep for that, because I did not buy anything for that. So I'm thinking we're going to also do that later this week. And then obviously the outside. For the last 2 years, I've basically brought a pumpkin patch to my front yard, and I'm going to do that again this year. But last year, I don't think I was able to, because I tried to book with the ladies that do it and they were completely sold out. So I pitched it to my friend who just has a really good eye for things. She does all of my Christmas decor and everything. And I was like, yo, can you come to my house? Can you set up pumpkins outside? I want a whole pumpkin patch display. And she was like, yes. And I was like, period. I'm gonna take you up on that. So she's coming this week to set up a pumpkin patch in my front yard. And am I excited? Yes. I also talked to my HOA because I wanted to make sure that they're not going to tell me to take down my stuff, because technically it's not quite October yet. We're just a few days away. But by the time you're seeing this, it will be October. So we should be in the clear. But those are the last things that we need to do. I'm excited to see this house at night. It's so bright in here right now, which is nice. It's getting like airy fall, but I want to see this when the kids are asleep. I can light a candle, I can make hot chocolate, I can turn on a little movie. I really feel like that's when the vibe's gonna set in, but I'm excited for Zaire to come home and see it. Hopefully I'll try to maybe snag just like a little clip on my iPhone so you guys can see that reaction, but maybe he won't even care. I don't know. So we'll just see. But that's the plan. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. I hope you guys are feeling it so far. I hope it inspires you though, seriously. Sometimes I feel like you just need to like see someone put up their fall decor to go be like, I'm gonna go put up my fall decor right now and I'm gonna make my house a vibe. So let that be this.